Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisyah Rahma.
I am Lulu Nur Wahidah Suraya.
We are from SMA Quranic Science Boarding School Al-Kauthar 561. Standing here, we are going to present our research by the title Characteristics of Organic Leather from SCOBY as Biodegradable Material Innovation. According to the Ministry of Environment and Forestry 2021, in 2020, the total of waste production in Indonesia reached 67.8 million tons, of which plastic, rubber, and leather waste contributed for 20% or 14 million tons. Please note that in Indonesia, there is no integrated leather waste processing facility, whereas leather waste is the same as plastic waste, which is difficult to degrade naturally by microorganisms. Leather waste comes from the leather tanning industry and leather products that have expired. There are several types of leather that we know. The first is animal leather. Animal leather is an easily degradable organic leather. However, during the tanning process, chemicals are often used, which can be harmful to the environment. Next is synthetic leather. This leather is non-renewable and when it burned will produce toxic gases that harm human respiration. One solution is vegan leather. Vegan leather is leather made from plant cellulose. However, during the manufacturing process, it often uses recycled plastic. So, the main issue of leather waste is the difficulty to be degraded naturally. So, we offer a solution that is by using organic leather from SCOBY or symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. SCOBY is a batch of bacteria and yeast that form a symbiosis structure of cellulose. SCOBY leather has a three-dimensional fibrillar structure with superior material properties. There are high elasticity, durability, porosity, high degree of crystallinity, biodegradability, non-cytotoxic, and high thermal stability. The advantages of SCOBY are being environmentally friendly and has economical price. Meanwhile, the SCOBY is relatively complex manufacturing process. And the purpose of this research are making SCOBY bioleather specimens with local raw materials that are easy to find, analyzing the characteristics of SCOBY leather including water absorption test, density test, and biodegradable test, and comparing the characteristics of SCOBY leather and synthetic leather.
The next explanation is the research method. The method of making SCOBY started by making SCOBY medium, then fermented it for 4 weeks. After that, spirited and dried for 3 days. Finally, a new SCOBY was formed. To determine the quality of SCOBY leather, we conducted an analytical test according to national standards. The test was carried out by comparing SCOBY leather with synthetic leather. The test includes absorption test. This test uses the swelling technique. Then the density tests were done by measuring the volume of the SCOBY. Then, test is biodegradable using an aerobic techniques by utilizing the bacteria in the soil. Next, the result and discussion. The first, the result of the growth of SCOBY for 4 weeks, which were fermented using black tea medium. New SCOBY cell managed to grow and the layers followed the SCOBY medium. The SCOBY leather that was successfully made is elastic and relatively strong. The results of the absorption test on SCOBY leather can be seen in the table, which shows that the percentage of water absorption test on SCOBY leather was smaller than synthetic leather. SCOBY leather, which had a water absorption test of 48.5%, while synthetic leather is 53.42%. Bacterial fibers such as a bio-leather have a water retention because they have a hydrophilic groups and have a high surface area to mass ratio. The results of the density test on SCOBY leather can be seen in the table, which shows that the percentage density of SCOBY leather was bigger than synthetic leather. SCOBY leather, which has a density of 1.55 gram per cubic centimeter, while synthetic leather was 0.877 gram per cubic centimeter. This was because the microstructure of bacterial cellulose has high crystallinity and is more compact. The results of the test on degradability can be seen in the table, which shows that the percentage of the biodegradable test on SCOBY leather was bigger than synthetic leather. SCOBY leather, which has a biodegradable test of 75.74%, while synthetic leather was 0%. This was because bacterial cellulose has a polymer component that are easily degraded naturally, such as PHAs.
So, the conclusion of the research are, treating SCOBY bioleather was successfully carried out with raw materials obtained in the market. SCOBY leather characteristics have the percentage of water absorption test is 48.53%, density 1.55 gram per cubic centimeter, and the percentage of biodegradable is 75.74%. Based on the test result compared to synthetic leather, SCOBY leather is more water resistant, has a higher density, and more easily degraded in the environment than synthetic leather. SCOBY leather in the future has the potential to become an organic leather substitute for synthetic leather to be made into various environmentally friendly products. That's the presentation we can deliver.
Thank you.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.